Hello world! The quickest way to introduce myself is to tell you that I am by far the single most radical person on the planet at present. I would warn you to hang on to your seats, but you're going to be blown away anyway. All the hype we've heard about people coming out over the past decade or so, well, I'm sorry, but this is going to prove those people coming out as horribly petty. This is a coming out to blow them away. My American-born name is Roger Stockham. I'm a 67-year-old Vietnam combat vet helicopter pilot. My Muslim name, which I got in an Indonesian prison in 1975 while being indoctrinated into Islam and radicalized as a jihadist, that name, my Muslim name, is Hem Ahadin. You can look me up on the web under either name and you will find over 128 postings of proof that I am what I say I am, the most radical person on the planet at present. So let me tell you about that. I am a devout jihadist. I can claim to be both the single truest American patriot, precisely because I am a Muslim terrorist with multiple convictions. It is perfectly rational and clearly explained in my autobiography, which is titled Nowmenon, N-O-W-M-E-N-O-N, all one word, Nowmenon, subtitled A Different Reality. For now, it's only available on Kindle. I am only making this video at the behest of and on behalf of Vermonters for Criminal Justice Reform. Vermont is one of the states that handles its prison overcrowding by shipping excess prisoners to private for-profit prisons out of state, which is a flat-out crime against humanity. In fact, according to the Federal Department of Justice RICO Act, our whole damn government is, as defined in that act, a continuing criminal enterprise, CCC. There's a new book out, From Jailer to Jailed, by Bernard Carrick, who was police commissioner in New York City on 9/11 and went on to become commissioner of all New York prison facilities. But then he got caught up on an internet sting trying to sell a whale's tooth, was convicted, and was sent to a federal prison camp. You've probably heard him called Club Fed. I think he only did about 9 months, but he got out and wrote this book, From Jailer to Jailed, to broadcast the fact that the United States prison system, with some 2.3 million people behind bars, is in the process of imploding. It's not about to, it's not might if, it is something that is presently happening. And folks, if you had any idea the amount of your tax dollars that are going to finance this criminal industry, Because that's exactly what our criminal justice system has become, an industry that is ripping off taxpayers outrageously. And you chumps are letting them do it. It's pathetic. It makes me ashamed to be an American. I can't quite say I'm proud to be a Muslim, not with the way they're behaving these days, but my God. Anyway, ain't life in these United States a gas? Well, I started as a means of dealing with the effects that I had severe PTSD following my tour in Vietnam. Life was really messed up. Alcoholic, smoking weed every day, went through four wives, and God knows how many jobs, and multiple stays as an inpatient in VA hospitals, and God knows I've been through the VA ringer. What a mess that is. Something really has to be done. But that's another subject. But right now, to get myself back in the mood for completing this video in the shortest possible time, I'll let you know that one way I learned to deal with my PTSD was picking up the harmonica some 40 years ago. And here about 10 years ago, because I wasn't practicing enough to be ready if I got called on to step on the stage with a group that was jamming, I came up with a little ditty of my own as my fallback practice, get my mojo going kind of ditty. I call it JAMBALAYAN. It's on SoundCloud if you get that on your computer. JAMBALAYAN. And it goes, I'm not going to give you the whole ditty, it goes something like this. And I'm only doing this right now in this video to get my mojo back in the groove. Oh boy, I forgot to take out my dentures. Gotta take out my damn dentures before I try and do that. Anyway, that's enough of that nonsense. I'm gonna wrap this up now by telling you the reason is perfectly rational for me to call myself the single greatest American patriot. At the same time, I'm telling you I'm a devout jihadist with multiple convictions, is that back in the 70s, I became aware that there's a major conspiracy afoot on the planet called the New World Order. This is not something that's for the kooks and conspiracy theorists. This is the real deal. Believe me, I've researched it thoroughly and study it every day, religiously. It's the real deal. The global elite are making serious advances to establish a one world government, a one world bank, a one world currency, and would you believe it? They even think they can establish a one world religion. Well, like I said, it was clear back in the 70s that I became aware of this. And at that time, I saw Islam as the only reasonable, rational force on the planet due to its numbers and its integrity, capable of confronting this conspiracy, the global elite, the global exploitation network. And hard as it is with the Muslims behaving the way they are these days, I'm still hoping that the Islamic State will get its act together and form a caliphate that will then have the capacity to form its own bank and currency and culture. God, that seems impossible at this time, the way they're behaving. Anyway, that's my hope, is that the Muslims will get their act together and stand up against the New World Order. Okay. Take out the dentures and get it on. Because, folks, I'm in your face with this stuff. You might be amazed that when you punch me up on the web and see those 128 plus entries on my criminal background, you'll wonder why the hell I am not locked up for the rest of my life. I'm a deranged Vietnam vet in some of them, well, in a lot of them, and that's the slack I got. The reason I get out is I plead insanity, and because of my PTSD and bipolar, the courts generally grant me legally insane, and I don't do much time. Over my lifetime, I've collected about 16 years of incarceration, more than enough to know what I'm telling you about how wrong our criminal justice system is and how much it needs to be fixed. God, I hope you folks will lend a hand, but I don't have much hope. Americans have lost their sense of common sense. You're chumps. You're letting your government rape you, for God's sakes. Wake up! And that's my JAMBALAYAN. Later, folks.